All right. I have pinned up at the top our latest Moon Monday announcement that just went out a mere 20 minutes ago. I've invited a few of our listeners up to talk. They will be talking to us about the community bounty that's been going on for about 2 weeks now, just came to a close as of 4 p.m. So we're going to be talking to them about their submissions. It's going to be great to hear their insights, kind of their thought process behind it. So if you've been sent a request, just hop on up here with me and I will let you guys know when we are ready to talk about that. But it is July 25th. It is the last Moon Monday of July before we start to hit those real hot months up here in August, or real hot days up here in August. But yeah, it's been a really good month. It's been incredibly productive over here at Star Wolves. We've had some great announcements, made some really great headway on the game. And of course, as we talked about last week, PvP was basically in the final stretches. That's going to be a big part of our announcement. I'm sure most of you have already seen the tweet and read the Discord announcement, but that is going to be going live later today. We will break that down for you very briefly, but I have a couple of smaller things that I wanted to go through with you guys. You know, if you haven't been in the Discord on a regular basis, or you've been away on vacation, busy with work, life gets in the way of NFTs sometimes, and that's okay because it's always good to touch grass. But we've had a lot of really exciting stuff going on in the Discord. First, I want to give a huge thanks. I don't know if he's listening today, but to Gerard for putting together another cross-community riddle. This one was with Artificial Intelligence Club, and he sent the pack on about a 6-hour wild goose chase across Discords into a new Discord and had them solving all kinds of riddles. I think it was about 6 hours before the teams end up solving them, and I think some people were working together, which we always encourage. And of course, the artificial intelligence community was brought into the fold as well, and they were solving it on the other side of it. So it was really cool to see some of that. Had some new members hop into our Discord, come say hi, and hang out with the Wolves. And it was just a really wonderful initiative put on by an incredible community member, Gerard. So if you're listening to this, thank you. If you guys participated in it or are watching it all go down, make sure to give him a huge shout out too. He is here. Perfect. I just saw that in the Discord. So make sure to give him a shout out and a thank you too, because that's just one of the things that makes the Star Wolves community absolutely incredible, is just these, initiatives that our own members kind of put on just for some fun. Again, kind of in the middle of a bear market. Things are a little shaky here and there. There were a couple of pretty hyped mints going on today. Always some FUD surrounding the free mints. Either you got in or you didn't. Of course, that was Office Spaces. I thought a lot of people talking about Ledger and stuff like that. So there is absolutely some excitement going on in NFTs, but it's all about just making it through. How are you, spending your time? How are you preparing for the inevitable next bull run? And, that's, of course, being part of communities, not just Star Wolves. There are tons of great communities out there, but it is an incredible way to spend your time learning, growing, networking. So, if it's been a while since you've been in the Star Wolves Discord, make sure you come check it out now and then and see what we've got going on. It's always a great time. We, of course, were giving away some prizes for that too, so congratulations to all the winners. I want to give out another shout out. I mentioned this on these spaces last week, but to Cass. He again brought a whole handful of projects into the Star Wars Discord. Of course, he has his own AMA section called Shill Your Shit up there, and he's doing his own announcements, lining up a whole bunch of new and upcoming projects to talk with him. They kind of put him through the ringer. It's a bit of a Shark Tank style AMA session where you guys get to actually vote if you are a Star Wolves holder. If you're not a Star Wolves holder, you can still jump in and listen, but if you are a Star Wolves holder, you get to vote on whether or not you see value in this project and in that community, what they're doing over there. And it can help provide a value to the Star Wolves community by doing some, allow list collabs and some promotional collabs and all of that stuff. And some of the conversations that he's had have been really good. I saw a bunch of people talking it up in the chat today. I was unfortunately not able to tune into them this week, but I did again listen. Like I said, listen last week, and man, Kaz is killing it. He's doing a great job. again, we talk about bear markets and slow times. Like all the information you can get, knowledge is power in this time. And if you hear something that you really like, anything that can make you or help you make really smart, informed decisions, if you still have ETH you're looking to deploy, I mean, what better way than just spending 2 hours on a Monday afternoon listening to a handful of projects really just give it their all and pitch to cast. So like I said, he's doing this all the time in the Discords. Make sure you're tuned in and following the AMA section in there. He's got his AMA announcements there. I had a hard time pronouncing that, but you will always be up to date with what is going on there. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the unfortunate news coming out of Satoshi runners. That was a community that I know we had some crossover with. A lot of the Star Wolves holders were in and on that and excited about that. But a lot of drama going down with that, and that's one of the big things that we're seeing in this space, especially as the economy kind of turns down, the volume starts to dry up, and a lot of projects just deciding what they can do and how they can go about surviving in this bear market. But if you haven't heard, Satoshi runners kind of had some internal strife and discourse amongst the team, stating the state of ETH and there's not much money left to go around. The secondary revenue wasn't helping them out enough, and they basically decided to pull the plug on that. But at the end of the day, this is the community members that really end up paying the price for that kind of stuff, right? It's really hard to watch it go down. We talked a lot about Galactic Apes too. That was one of my favorite projects. It was one of my fondest memories in NFTs, minting that, watching it go to like crazy heights on the ETH floor. Wes was managing it, and it seemed to kind of turn out to be a slow rug at the end of the day. And there were a lot of really passionate community members that were kind of left picking up the pieces and working on that. So one of the things that you might have seen in our minor announcements today is that we have been in contact with some of the lead community members of Satoshi runners and, the project manager, as well as talking to people from Galactic Apes, because, we want, as we've said so many times, a rising tide to lift all ships. So we see, the pixel art community, banding together and really helping each other out. We see the P2E community banding together, helping each other out, like we do with the Terrestrial Thursdays, and just trying to just be good shepherds of all of these communities and metas and all of that. So we've been actually talking with them to see how we can kind of support them and figuring things out and getting that project back on its feet. If you listen to Free Market talk a lot, he'll say, once a project is sold out, it belongs to the community after that point, because after all, these are non-fungible tokens, and you hold them in a wallet. This is ownership of your own stuff, and you actually get to have a little bit of say in what goes down in this. So it is totally possible for these projects to gain new leadership, really turn things around, and we're really excited to listening to them and talking with them and seeing how we can work together. So at the end of the day, it's not the community that ends up paying the ultimate price, because that's what this is all about, right? This is about community. NFTs are incredible enablers of community and bringing people together, rallying around the cause. If you don't know a lot of the backstory, if you're newer to NFTs, about why the Bored Apes ended up being so successful, is they just had this incredible community in the early stages of people that were just, their ultimate goal was, at one point, they just wanted to flip Meebits, right? They were always, we wanted our own CryptoPunks, like, oh, one day maybe we can get to Meebits, and now look where they are right now, right? And that is just off the back of an incredibly strong community devoted to, a cause and whatnot. Much like Star Wolves is, much like Galactic Apes was, and Satoshi Runners, they all have incredible community members, and we are excited to be speaking with them. Moving more into Star Wolves and the announcements and whatnot. Last week, of course, we talked about launching PvP. We did get the beta testers up and going, and people have been duking it out for the past week in the test server. It's been going really, really well, but of course, beta testing took a little bit longer than we were anticipating because we had some kinks to iron out. But as far as we could tell now, they have been they've been pretty much smoothed out, and we are very, very excited to announce that PvP will be going live to all Star Wolves holders this evening. And that's going to be really fun because as we look towards the launch of the full game, we are porting over all of the existing games that were in the Discord, making sure that you guys are having fun, staying engaged, and of course being rewarded for your time and energy. So PvP is the first one, and today it will be going live. Of course, please keep us posted. If you find any bugs, whether they're, game breaking or even just graphical, let us know. People are logging in from all kinds of different devices, and the more eyes we have on stuff, the more activity we have, the more combinations of buttons that are being pressed, the better we can troubleshoot them. And our devs are all over it all the time. I see it in the dev chat all the time. Some issues get relayed to them, and it seems just like within minutes, they're like, oh, yep, found the problem, got it. And they're already deploying fixes just like that. So they are working incredibly hard on getting this out. The dev chat has been active nonstop for the last 24 hours in the final stretch of this getting out to you. And of course, with the PvP going live, we are going to be having leaderboards go up with it. And leaderboards are something that we are really, really excited about. We think that they're very powerful in creating not only a community environment, but of course a social one too. If you listen to us talk on Terrestrial Thursdays with all of these different games, communities, P2E specialists and all of that, we talk about how gaming really, really reached this upper echelon of popularity and power once the internet was enabled and people could play together. It even took a further step when, MMOs, when you could have hundreds of people together. And then, of course, Twitch with live streaming. Now people just sit and watch other people play video games, much like they would with Netflix and stuff like that. And it all is focused around just one core aspect, and that is social. That is being social about the games you are. And leaderboards are, of course, an incredible tool for that too. Of course, you want to have bragging rights when you take over, maybe a little rival you have. You're moving up the ladder board. You're catching up to other people. You're hot on the tails. Of course, they have to fend you off by doing a better job in maintaining their spot. And it's a really, really great thing. So the PvP leaderboards will be going live. We're also going to be looking at implementing other types of leaderboards within the game too. There's a lot of people are stat junkies. They love seeing, who's opened the most chests or who's accumulated the most gold neon or stardust or everything up to this point, who has the most wolves, who's logged in the most days. These are all just ideas that we've had to incorporate into leaderboards. No official date on when that will all take place, but of course those are things that we're looking for and looking forward to doing. Again, leaderboards are just fun. I've always loved leaderboards ever since I was a small kid, playing games or watching sports, just following points per game leaders or the baseball team moving up the standings and all of that stuff. So it's going to be really, really great. But with the leaderboards, we also have our big announcement for Moon Mondays. We are going to be running a 10-day ladder tournament leaderboard tournament that is going to be running. We're going to be giving away prizes every day. We're going to be taking snapshots of how people were performing during those individual 24 hours. We have tons of stuff to give away. Of course, we always have tons of great allow lists. We've got tons of Star Wolves NFTs in the community wallet. And of course, we have a Genesis Wolf that we are going to be giving away to the final winner of the leaderboard tournament in 10 days time. All of the rules and all of the fine details are going to be posted once the tournament and PvP goes live in the Discord. So again, make sure you always are checking in our Discord for the official announcements and all of that great stuff, so you know exactly what you're doing and what you're looking for. But that is very exciting. Of course, the Genesis Wolves are the crown jewels of the Star Wolves ecosystem. They are going to be incredibly important come game time. And you're going to want to have your hands on one of those. So we are looking forward to watching you guys duke it out to try and get your hands on a Genesis Wolf. We're going to be spending some time in the voice chats, watching the PvP battles go down live, talking about it, and really just trying to create a really good community initiative and engagement around this, because it's incredibly exciting to have a PvP system built out. Two people could be opposite sides of the planet battling it out over Star Wolves NFTs. What is better than that? I don't know. If you could tell me, please. On that note, that is the Big Moon Monday announcements. But of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the spaces, we have a few people up here. I'm going to invite Oneshot up here one more time. I don't know if you got the invite the first time, but our community bounty number 2 or number 3, if you want to count the name the blob competition that we had, has finished. The deadline has passed, and we had a bunch of submissions. I wanted to bring up these 3 gentlemen: Catfish, Zaple, and Oneshot. Oneshot, if you are listening on PC, you will have to switch to mobile to be able to actually jump up here on stage with us if you're able to do that. Or if you can't speak right now, that's perfectly okay too. We have lots of stuff to get to. You don't see the invite. I suspect he's maybe listening on PC and he's going to have to switch to mobile if that's possible. Yeah. There's a little bit of a delay too when I'm talking. You hear it about, I think it's about 15 seconds later there. So yeah, he's going to be switching over. But we do have Catfish and we do have Zaple up here. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Yo, good to be up here. Doing great, thanks.
Yeah, for sure. Catfish, my resident Canadian brother, and Zaple coming in from Europe. What's going on?
Yo, man. How you doing?
Appreciate you staying up super late to jump on the spaces with us here. 11 o'clock. I'd be passed out by then.
Yeah, I can feel you.
And Oneshot, you made it. Oneshot, how you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. Sorry about that.
What's up?
It's okay. Apology accepted. Everybody gets one. You only get one shot. Ew.
I had no idea that it doesn't work on PC, so I was just like looking for the invite. I'm like, where is it?
It is really incredible that there is no PC functionality. I mean, it
True.
makes sense, right? Like,
True.
It's crazy.
I have a whole microphone set up that I would love to be able to use, just get dialed in with that. But no, I got to switch to my phone every time I want to come hold these spaces. But that's okay. Maybe one day they'll get it together and do that. So I've gathered you 3 up here today to talk about your community bounty submissions. You all put in pretty exemplary submissions. I read them over. A lot of work was put into this stuff. So I first just wanted to thank the 3 of you for the time and effort that you put into doing this. I do just want to let you know, I haven't told you this, but I don't know if it was in the Moon Monday announcements. You guys are the 3 finalists. So everybody up here will have won something. I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit first. Someone has a hot mic there. I think that's Catfish. I'm going to talk to you guys. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, it's Oneshot. Oh. Actually, regardless, if you guys can just stay muted until I shoot a question over to you. Yeah, that's perfect. Turns out it was Zaple. We're gonna just be going through, and I'm gonna let you guys know at the end of it who's taking home the cake. Of course, there was prizes for 3, so you all 3 are going to be winning something. But of course, the bounty was around alliances, a new game mode that we had kind of concocted. That's kind of in a game board style thing where there's different territories, different resources that could be had in those territories, and we really wanted to tap into the community mind share and see how they see that game mode going. Of course, we have lots of ideas of our own, but it's always incredible how many different ways different individuals will see things and idealize things and whatnot. So it's always actually even just fun to read. So I appreciate that from you guys too. I'm gonna throw it up to Zaple first, and let's talk about your submission. How long did it take you to write that?
Yeah, right. First, can you hear me all right if I'm talking
Yeah,
right
you sound
now?
great. Yeah, you're good.
Beautiful. So first of all, I'm happy to be here. Yeah. Second of all, I'm pretty drunk because I was going out with friends right now. So just wanted to sort it out there. It's just that time of day. And the third of all, yeah, I've spent like, I don't know, like 2 days, I'm pretty sure, just trying to write it out. I also got some feedback from Harmonicity to, to understand and see how good my submission was. But most of the stuff I've wrote out, it was from I've spent a lot of time, like when I was younger, I've spent a lot of time just playing MMORPGs, and usually the bad ones, the Chinese shit ones, the copycats of World of Warcraft. So, oh shit, can you hear that?
Yeah, man, you all good?
Yeah, that's a fucking air raid siren in Ukraine, so you can hear it here in the. It just started.
All right, well, as long as you're safe, dude,
Yeah. It should be good right now. I'm sorry if it.
Oh,
It
don't
just started right
apologize
now.
at all.
Cannot do anything about it. Yeah. So
you
yeah,
can't ask them to turn it off, eh?
Yeah. There's no way about it. I'm gonna just close my windows. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time playing MMORPGs, and playing the MMORPGs. Before that, I was always a part of the like clan wars or like the territorial wars, and I felt like it could work for the Star Wars community, So I mostly I've put it through my vision of like of my thousands of hours of playing MMORPGs. So that's what I've based it on, I've stole most of it. I'm not gonna lie. I've stole most of the ideas from like my previous experiences, and also Wormhole Wednesdays. I've tried to call it Wormhole Wednesdays because one of you guys a couple of months ago called something Wormhole Wednesdays, so it sounds like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually caught the Wormhole Wednesdays too. I loved it. And don't worry about the borrowing the ideas from other stuff. I mean, we are the amalgamation of our experiences, right? And you draw inspirations from all kinds of different things. And there's that age-old adage that like there's no real original ideas anymore. So, but yeah, I thought it was a wonderful read. You kind of built out a bunch of like galaxies that had star systems with planets around them. You had ownership of the different galaxies and whatnot, and I just thought it was a really cool thing. Kind of had some, not in the real time kind of way, but some EVE Online kind of things once I started picturing these like star systems and planets around them and whatnot. So that was really cool. And a little bit of a TBT for me, even though it's Monday.
Yeah, for me the main thing was like the bidding stuff that I wrote about. That everybody who's trying to take over the planet should bid. Like if there's a lot of people trying to take over a planet or a galaxy or a system or a star, and if there's a lot of people trying to bid on one place, they should bid more and more and more and more to try and take over the place. So it's a good burning mechanism for for a game, and it's good for the economy, So this feels like the main part for me.
Yeah, you got it, man. And I really love that you included that as well, thinking about the deflationary mechanics. Something that all three of you actually did quite well in terms of, how does this separate game mode kind of contribute to the overall gameplay and Star Wolves economy too, which is was 100% something that we were looking for you guys to tap into. So I really appreciate you and your submissions, Zaple, and I appreciate you, Zaple, the person too. Always in there chatting it up with people, always listening to the Twitter spaces and typically just having a good time, man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, man.
You stay up here with us though, okay? Oneshot. Let's get into yours too. You had a quite a robust right up here, Alliance Royale, a seasonal kind of game mode. I was getting some shades of Civilization with it too, with kind of the idea that you're gonna spend this initial early stages of the game kind of expanding and tactically taking over different territories before any kind of battles or anything can exist. Why don't you just give us like the 3-minute rundown of your submission?
So basically, in fact, my idea came right after Charlie posted his idea in the Medium, whereas he showed the actual tiles, and that's when it hit me. I played so many games throughout my entire life, but I also played a lot of mobile games, and obviously I played a lot of Clash of Clans and also Civilization. So the idea of conquering lands and conquering tiles, and the way Charlie put it, simplified the idea of how I could actually make this game mode. And in terms of how long the idea took me, it took me actually the entire night, because after he posted the Medium, I read it more than one time, right? And I kept thinking and thinking of what was this mode making me like feel, because I had this feeling where I was like, I needed to write this down, right? And it was until the next day that I was like, I remembered that I used to play a game of 7 years ago, I think, on my phone. It wasn't Civilization, but it was very similar to it. And it had the system where it had different stages, and it wasn't seasonal, but it was like it had a time limit where everyone is forced to be in that timeline. Where once you start on a server, you're gonna start a new season, right? And that new season has a storyline to it, or like a timeline to it, where the first timeline is about conquering, it's about taking land, it's about taking resources. And most of that actually also hit me from playing a lot of Command and Conquer when I was young. I don't know if you guys used to play it, Red Alert, Command and Conquer,
Oh
all that.
yeah, I used to play tons of Command and Conquer. Red
Yeah,
Alert 2. Generals was a good one too.
generals,
Yeah.
exactly. So we used to play. I don't know if you guys. We used to play like 4v4 or like 8 people on a map, and we used to do this thing where the first 5-10 minutes we would all have to be gathering resources and building your army, and then after 10 minutes, like then everything would go down, right? And whoever stands still like till the end is obviously the winner. So all of that, it started developing as I was writing it. It took me a long time. Actually, it didn't take me a long time, as in days, but it took me a whole like an entire day to write it. It took me about 18 hours in total, and I did that on one run. I was basically just on it the entire day. I did not move from my spot. I was like, you could say, in my zone, right? But it was so fun writing it, because while you write it, you imagine it, and that's, I guess, what helped me do the art part, because I was telling Charlie, I'm bad at art. I can't do art, but I love doing it. I love seeing it. So I tried my best to uh, draw out a map and try my best to make it simple, because as you can see, it's very very complex. I could even write up 10 more days about it, right? But it will not, like, I can't really get to all the details. But yeah, as I was writing it, I started developing more ideas, and that what you see is what I produced from those ideas. But it was the funnest thing I've ever done, I could assure you, because it was doing it for Star Wars. It was like helping you guys, or contributing to the game that we're all waiting for.
Man, you said you went like 18 hours straight on this thing. Like I'm picturing that GIF with the cats just like smashing on the keyboards on
Right.
stuff. Are you a programmer at all too? Like, I mean, the programmers are the ones that like I've never been. They've like just incredible talent to just sit there and just work on stuff nonstop. It's
But
crazy.
yeah, it was really fun, and I was in my zone. I didn't want to lose any speck of idea that I was getting. And as you can see, the way I wrote it was like very much defined. It wasn't like under points or under set of rules. It was just like written down, because literally I was getting the idea. I was writing it because I was imagining it. It was really good. It was awesome.
Yeah, one of the things I particularly liked about yours was the opportunity for some political kind of discourse too, with the game mechanics of declaring war or not even
Yeah,
having to declare war. That was one of the things that really reminded me of the civilization kind of shades of it, like
yeah, yeah.
plopping your troops all up at the one border and then just
It's
waiting and
really
then
nice. It's really nice. Yeah. It gets like the
so.
tension going. It like prepares everyone, like, this is it, it's gonna go down.
For sure, for sure. So thank you so much, my friend, for your submission, and
Thank you,
it was
bro.
great to read it. And I thank you for jumping up, and of course, always being in the Discord,
Thank you,
hanging
bro.
out, talking with us. Catfish, what's happening, dude?
Yo, 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 yo. How you doing, R2?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Happy to be up here. I just want to say congratulations to the other two boys, Zaple and Oneshot as well, for getting in the finals. I'm excited to read what you guys have put together as well.
For sure. Yeah, we'll definitely show you guys as well. But Catfish, I guess my first question for you is, when are you back in the big city, man?
Oh man, I don't know. It's gonna be a while. I think I'm actually headed elsewhere next season. So unlikely Toronto next year. So TBD.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. Oh, we'll have to chat and catch up about that too. As long as I'm sure you'll make a stop there at some point,
Oh
right?
yeah. I'll be bouncing in and around. Don't worry. I'll be make sure I hit you up next time I'm in town.
Yeah, you got it, man. I'll be there wherever you want to meet up. I'll grab the beers on me. Um, let's talk about your submission too. You put one a clean looking one together in the in Medium. A lot of great artwork. I'm assuming you didn't make all of that artwork, because if you did, you're gonna put me out of a job, dude.
I ripped off every piece in there, so don't worry, your job's safe.
All right, I was breathing a little bit heavy there because I saw some of those. I was like, God damn. But yeah, so you had a really good one too, and one of the things I really liked about yours was the inclusions of kind of team missions within it too, which was a little bit different. Random encounters, being able to cross paths with different teams, and of course just the underpinning ideas that there's going to be sections and sectors to be able to take over. Where did you start with this, and like what was kind of your inspiration for what you put together, some of the games that you've played and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of spitballing, spitballing as I was kind of going along with this thing. I just, started writing down, would end up kind of going back, erasing a few things, and checking back into that initial kind of medium paper that you guys had laid out, in kind of in terms of what you wanted to do. So yeah, basically, like what I had put together was, PvE elements with PvP kind of splashed in there with random encounters. And then there is a PvP section as well. So there'd be certain planets that would be assigned to just strictly PvP. That I called terraforming kind of missions that you would do and kind of battle for resources, and tiles kind of within that. And then there'd be smaller PVE, base objectives as well that you guys could go out on. And this is kind of all out of a packed hub, that I thought would be kind of a cool thing. You could build your own kind of stuff in there, show off any achievements that or I guess whatever you call it, like I called them packs. So, but whatever your team of wolves kind of get to assemble, you're able to kind of show off all the achievements throughout there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a mobile gamer, so I was just trying to make things as friendly, as simple and streamlined as possible when I was doing it. But yeah, that's kind of where it was.
Yeah, you had a lot of there were some like kind of base building elements in there too, not in a real time strategy sense, but of course like having to upgrade your settlements and having the structures on there that would give bonus to the space or the sector and whatnot, which I thought was awesome too.
Just trying to still have some resource kind of burning throughout there. I put in like a bit of a voting mechanic throughout the teams, so you're able to kind of decide, what direction that you want to go. And I did that. I remember like playing like Modern Warfare 2. When you get that like 25 kill streak and the game just ends, I kind of put something like that in. So if like a team takes over a whole entire tile sector, like a planet, basically it'll just be like a hard kind of restart. I just called it nuclear, and basically the planet explodes. They'll just give it a hard kind of reset. I thought that'd be kind of fun mechanic to put in.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool too, actually. Just the idea of like the game is kind of play until somebody wins, and if not, it would just be this like epic back and forth battle and until you kind of get to that point. And of course, a pretty big payoff at the end of it too, if a team member manages to make it in. I'm glad you mentioned the voting mechanic as well, because I think that that's a really cool thing. You know, in this space, like DAOs are such a talked about thing. You know, are they relevant? Are they not? Like, are they important? Do they really work? But I think in a game mechanic type thing like this, where you know you have a team, you have an alliance, and you can collect all of those votes on different actions and whatnot. I thought that that was really cool as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just kind of like you said, just throwing down some ideas, whether some stick or they're actually able to work kind of in that setting. Would have to be kind of play tested, but I thought I was definitely having some fun with it. I really enjoyed spending some time on that.
And then, of course, you kind of came up with a mini game mode, Blobspiracy. Give us the 30-second elevator pitch of Blobspiracy. Obviously, doesn't play into alliances at all, but shooting another shot there.
Yeah. I heard Cha, I think, mentioned some some kind of like mini game hub, or maybe that was an idea from one of the other Terrestrial Thursday, one of the things. But basically, it was kind of like an Among Us style game that you can play. And basically, like the little snippet was like, you look around your ship, you can't feel, you feel like something's off. Maybe someone isn't who they claim to be, and someone's, like a blob's kind of impersonating someone. So you have to kind of figure out who the blob is, who's not who they say they are.
Love it. I would. Oh, that would actually be really cool. Just seeing like you have your NFT where you wear the wolf as a different skin and just running around trying to figure it all out. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. One final question. I'm gonna give this to each of you. Do you have an alliance yet? Do you have a squad that you would put this together with, or you still taking applications?
I mean, I see a pretty good squad of 3 right here, maybe 4,
Ooh,
So, but yeah, still taking applications, I think.
I like it. How about you, Zaple? You got or one shot. You're unmuted too.
I mean, everybody who's here is going to be a perfect squad. Everybody who's talking right now. Artu, you want to have a squad right now? Artu?
Yeah, I mean, we could probably work something out. I don't know if I can get in on the
Okay.
squad actions. I might be, I might not be eligible for that one. But yeah,
Nah.
I mean, it's like we're watching. It's Survivor right now. We're watching an alliance form in real time.
Okay. There's a meta happening right now. We're gonna take over the whole Star Wars.
In my case, you could say I'm in an alliance already. Yeah.
Ooh, that is very very vague but very definitive.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could say for now.
You got it. No problem. I'm sure you'll be waiting to drop that announcement as soon as we can know.
Yeah,
All right,
for
guys.
sure.
On that note, we'll start to wrap this up. I do just want to thank each and every one of you again for your submissions. So for the third place prize, I'm just going to pull up the sheet with the prizes. There it is. For the third place prize, so it's going to be 0.1 ETH. We're going to hook you up with a wolf from the community wallet, and you're going to get the allow list spot for the upcoming blobs drop. That's going to be going to Zaple. Zaple, thank you so much, my friend, for your submission.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Love it.
You got it. And now I'm just going to, because there's only 2 of you left, I'm just going to announce the winner. So this will be the first place prize. The first place, of course, being 0.5 ETH, 2 wolves from the community wallet, an allow list for blobs, and of course an allow list for redacted, which you guys will soon find out about. The winner of our second community bounty is going to be Oneshot. So thank you so much, my friend. Congratulations, and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Zaple and Catfish. Much love, guys.
For sure. And of course, that second place prize going to our boy Catfish, that 0.2 ETH, a wolf, and an allow list for those 2 projects. Catfish, my dude, thank you so much, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, and congratulations, guys.
Love it. All right. On that note, we are going to be wrapping up Moon Monday. Moon Monday 26 is officially in the books. This, of course, is going to be recorded in its entirety. If you showed up late, you had to leave early, of course, it's going to be on our YouTube page for you guys to listen to, check out, go over anything else that you want. And, of course, all of the announcements are up in the Discord and on our Twitter page. Hop in the Discord. Come say hi to us. We're always in there hanging out. Love you guys. Happy Moon Monday.